Hi, I'm Tyler McCall. I'm a sophomore at SMU. I'm majoring in political science and business, and I'm the honors mentor for Crum.
Hi everyone, I'm Horton. I'm a junior at SMU studying cybersecurity and minoring in physics, and I am your Crum president. Events happen on Crum Strong lawn. Number one is the most well-loved tradition of water balloon fight. So on your last night of orientation or stampede, right before school starts, we will come back and we will face off against Armstrong in a water balloon fight that we inevitably win.
This is the bike racks. So lots of students bring their bikes on campus, and we also have several motorized scooter brands like Lime and Bird that operate on campus. So you'll often see a whole host of motorized scooters parked here for kids in need to class faster. This is also where the Crum Classroom is. So every residential commons has a classroom in it. You may have a class there, you may not. You may have a class in another residential commons classroom, but don't worry. The first door is going to be open all the time, but there's a second door inside that only Crum residents can access, so kids from the other commons can't also just get in if they have class.
So Crum was founded in 2014, and it's named after Gary and Sylvia Crum. And it is the last commons to be named, and it is part of the southeast area, or the C as it is sometimes known. And across the way we have Armstrong Commons and the Crum Strong lawn right in front of us. And now if you'll follow me, we'll go inside.
So this is the one and only entrance to Crum, and it leads into the main lobby. So this is the main gathering area of Crum, and there's lots of amenities in here. So over here you'll see our Keurig. We supply coffee and tea and stuff, but it is bring your own mug, so make sure you have your own cup for that. We also have the TV over here. So this TV is used for movie nights, watching football games. It also has Apple TV, so you can use that as well. We have our popcorn machine over here, and then we also have the phone. So let's say you get locked out of your room, your phone's in your room, you don't know where your roommate is. What you can do is use this phone to call an RA to let you in. And finally, here's the whiteboard. So this stays updated monthly, and it'll have activities like tradition, SMU events and stuff. So here's how you can stay updated on what's going on in Crum and SMU.
So this is the picture of all the incoming freshmen from last year. And we take a picture at the beginning of every year and update it on the mantle, so your picture will be up there for the whole year, although it does take it a little bit to get printed and framed, but we like to recognize our new freshmen that way. After it is done, we'll hang it up in the classroom, and so you can see all previous years in the classroom. So this is the crest of Crum, and each of the values is associated with a different symbol. So the nautical wheel is associated with integrity, the quill is associated with wisdom, the pillar is associated with discipline, and the candle is associated with purpose. You can find the online magazine, and each of these values will be explained a bit more in depth about what they mean. So over here we have our awards cabinet, where we have different awards standing here from previous years. We have won Tradition of the Year for the Great Crumpkin for several years in a row. And we also won the first ever Commons Cup the first year it was introduced. And as you can see, the Great Crumpkin sign is right above our TV, because we are very proud of that film and music festival that we have every fall. It's a lot of fun, and everybody has a great time every time we put it on. On Sunday nights, we have one of our most beloved traditions, and that is Sunday night pancakes. And so council members and RAs will make pancakes for you guys. Chocolate chips are always encouraged, although you don't have to have them if you don't want them. However, in the fall this could look very different, as we are trying to take extra measures to be safe and healthy during this pandemic. So this is Crum Classroom, and on Sunday nights we have council meetings in here. Every resident is totally allowed to come join these meetings. However, at the beginning of the year we will have sign-ups and interviews, so for people who want to become general members. And the difference between just regular resident and general members is that members are allowed to vote, and they have an active hand in planning events for the community. We have our own night at the Crum, similar to SMU's night at the club, so that you can find out more about the organizations and activities of Crum and how you can be a participant. And this is the Dragon's Den. A lot of students come in here to study and just be away and in a quiet space. But the thing you'll notice the most about this is that there are lots of games in here. So more often than not, you'll find several people hanging out, just having a good time playing board games. We also have a Crum Commons specific arcade machine made specially for us by our former RCD. We also display all of our banners that we've made for homecoming in past years. And Crum Commons is known for winning some of those contests. So this is where we keep all of our board games that Crum has, but you can also bring your own devices and plug them in down here. They're really easy to hook up. So don't worry if Crum doesn't have the gaming console of your choice. Feel free to bring your own and hang out with friends down here. So welcome to Good Crumpany Records, or the music room. As you can see, we've got a piano here. We've also got a great recording setup right here as well. Free software for Crum residents to use. We have students who will use this software for podcasts. We also have students who will just use the room just to practice. I know I come in here and practice piano. There's other residents who come and practice trumpet. This is just a great space to get away and just kind of jam and hang out. On your way into this room, though, you had to walk by the kitchen. And the kitchenette is totally free for residents to use. You just have to email our RCD, Emily, to get access to that added to your card. And so this is just part of Crum. And right next door is Emily's office. And so if you have any questions or just want to hang out, her office door will be open if she's in there and just free to hang out with. Or she's got this handy little sign of "Where is Emily today?"
The lids will be open if they're not being used, and the dryers, you can just look inside. Make sure to bring your own detergent and dryer sheets and stuff like that, because that will be provided. And make sure you set a timer on your phone and come get your clothes immediately. Because everyone has to share it, it's really important that everyone is super on top of timing when you're using the washers and dryers, and they're just being respectful of everyone else. The dryers you need to make sure to scrape the lid out. There's always a trash can in here, just part of being a good member of Crum. So this is a drying room, so for athletes or anyone else that has like gym bags or stuff that needs to air out, this is where you'll put it. So this is also where our vending machines and ice machine are. It's only on the first floor, so you'll just come into the laundry room if you need that, and then every floor has its own microwave, but the first floor microwave is in the laundry room. All of the other floors will be in the floor lounge. So this is the main stairwell in Crum. It goes up to the 5th floor, but we do have an elevator. Because there's so many people in Crum, we encourage people to go elevator up, stairs down. And if you're on like the 2nd floor, you're almost never going to run away from the elevator. I live right outside of the door of the stairwell, and I use the elevator maybe 3 times the whole year. It's really just way easier to take the stairs.
They're covered up now, but sometime throughout the year they might reopen. These are our water fountains, and we also have a water bottle spigot that is hard to see, of filtered water for your water bottles specifically. As you can see, we are undergoing some construction and maintenance that happens throughout the summer when students aren't here, to just keep the commons and make sure that it's going well. So this is one of the 3 stairwells in Crum. Tyler just talked about the main one down there. But this one, and there is one on the opposite side of the building, they both have emergency exits. Now, throughout the year, we will have fire drills, at least 2. One in early morning, so like 5:30 a.m., and one in early afternoon, about 1 or 2 p.m. And in these fire drills, you will be expected to come down the stairs and make your way out. Usually the meeting point is the Doak Walker Plaza on the other side of Crum, because that's far enough away that you'll be safe. So down here are the apartments, and so the RCD apartment is here and the Fur apartment is down there. The Fur will have a tradition where they will usually invite you over to their apartment, and usually food is involved, although I think next year the majority of our events will be held outside so we can help with social distancing and making sure we are staying safe.
As you can see, we're starting to implement the social distancing safety measures for COVID, a part of the many changes that we'll be implementing on campus for the safety of the students.
One of the biggest things you'll notice about Crum is that there are a boatload of boats. There are boat pictures on every floor. That's kind of one of the signature things Crum is known for. Like the anchor wheel on the crest, that's where the boats and the nautical theme comes into play. So at SMU, your ID card is about to become the most important thing in your life. For Crum, all spaces are key card access, so you won't have any keys to worry about. However, in the fall, you will have a PIN attached to your card that you will set up. It is a 5-digit PIN, and so the way you will enter your room is you will scan and then you will input your code and it'll flash green and you can go on in. In the spring, it'll just be scan your card. You don't have to worry about a PIN code. Hi, welcome in. So this is what a typical room will look like for Crum. As you can see, it's nice and big and lots of space. You'll notice our rooms are slightly bigger, if not substantially more so than other commons, which is really nice. All of the things that you see in this room are included, but don't worry, you can bring other furniture if you feel is necessary. So like a fridge, you can definitely bring a fridge. The only thing about that is that they have to be within a 3-foot cube so that they don't go over fire safety regulations. As for the beds, you can loft them to different heights. I usually loft mine to the highest and then put my desk and one of the sets of drawers under here for my workspace, which works out just perfectly for me. I have plenty of space. The only thing is I have to duck my head occasionally because there is a little bar under the bed, but it's not bad at all and it's not terribly difficult to work around. Some of the other things that I like to do is I like to bring my TV, and so I'll just set it on this set of drawers usually. There's no height restrictions that I'm aware of for the TV, but if you have any fire safety regulation questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to Relish, which is the residence housing for SMU, or you can reach out to our RCD Emily Kilberg. Another thing we should note is the closet space. And so you and your roommate will each have a side. And so one of the things that me and my roommate like to do is we put shower rods and curtains just so that we can kind of hide it away from people. It's also a great space to just to keep it neat and organized. You will find that this is actually more than enough space for what you need. A lot of people will be like, okay, it seems really small, but trust me, it works and you can make it work.
So this is another setup you'll find in Crum. So you have still 2 sides of the closet, comes with the same shelves and stuff, but there's just the one entrance. So Lauren talked about how she and her roommate did curtains on either side. What my roommate and I did was just did one curtain across. It was kind of nice having a little separate room. Some people will bring shoe hangers to put in their closets, which is a really good way to save space. They fit nicely right here. So that's another organizational thing you can bring. So you'll see these beds are on the standard height. All of the beds at SMU are set at this height here. You have to request if you want it to be any other height. So this was the height that my roommate and I did. We left the dressers and the desk over there, and we each brought a bookshelf and did storage bins under our beds. So that's where we kept tools, stuff we didn't need, extra clothes, like winter clothes in the summer. There's tons of space under the bed. So you can really get a lot of organizational material down there. And then you cannot, another thing to note, you can't have a microwave in your room. That's why all of the floors have a microwave, but that's not something you can bring in here. Finally, the lights in here are motion censored, so you see there's one up there. So if you turn your lights on and you're confused on why they're not turning on, that would be why. Just come in this area of the room and the motion sensor will pick it up. So this is a second floor trash room. Every single floor has one of these for when the trash bin in your room gets overflowing. You just bring it in here and put it in one of the dumpsters. It doesn't get taken out on weekends, but it gets taken out every day on weekdays, and there's trash bags in the trash room.
So this is one of the many bathrooms we have in Crum. Each bathroom has 2 stalls and 2 shower stalls as well. And if you walk around here, we also have little cubby holes and lockers you can use to put your stuff in. As you can see, we've got locks to put on them so nobody will take your stuff. But it's kind of an unspoken rule that nobody really touches your shower stuff or anything when you're in the bathrooms. I haven't had an issue with people stealing my shampoo or anything, So this is an example of one of the disabled access showers. Every restroom has at least one shower like this. And every restroom is community style, so you will be sharing with other people on your floor.
So this is one of the study spaces on the second floor. Each floor has several study spaces, just little areas with tables and chairs where you can come to do your homework if you don't want to be in your room. They all look different, so here's an example of one, and then right next to it, there's one with a table. So these are really great spaces if you just want to break from your room, if you need somewhere quiet to do your homework, if you want to eat dinner with friends, anything you can need.
Welcome to the 4th floor study lounge. As you can see, it has a piano. So if the music room is full, feel free to come up on here and to practice. Each floor has a study lounge, although each lounge is slightly different. So 2nd floor has a lot of books and shelves. 3rd floor has ping pong tables and foosball tables. 4th floor has the piano. 5th floor has a chalkboard wall, as well as more individually focused study nooks throughout the space. But each floor also has something in common. They all have a TV. All of the microwaves will be found in here, and there is a whiteboard in each study lounge. So this is Crum. If you have any other questions or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out to me, Emily, or Tyler. We're totally happy to help you. And we hope that you've enjoyed this virtual tour of Crum. Welcome home and pony up.